there, guys. Welcome to the Week 12 LEG newsletter. Today I have a big party with me. I have first-timers David Jimenez, owner of the Sweaty Balls. We also have Luis Meza, owner of the Your Mother Should Have Swallowed You. And, of course, Sebastian Salvador from the 40-ounce Pounders.
Thank you for having me, Robert.
Oh, anytime. And we also have today a live fan base here.
Well, you just lost the fan.
So let's get things started off by talking about the game of the week. For the game of the week, we had the Mr. McGiblets, who are now 7-4 at the Los Angeles 40-ounce Pounders. Score is 126-87. 40-ounce Pounders came out with a big win.
Surprisingly for me, to be honest. Even though I picked myself last week.
Let's talk about some differentials in the statistical categories. We have the rush yards, which was the biggest difference in my opinion. It was 400 rush yards to Dom's 73. That's insane. Le'Veon Bell went off for 207, right?
Right.
Okay, and then we
And
also
a touchdown.
total yardage was a differential of 246. 40-ounce Pounders won that category as well, and they also won the category of overall touchdowns with a low 5 touchdowns to 3. Normally we see more touchdowns per game, but Sebastian did what he had to do to win the game.
And basically what Robert's stats are all accumulated down, or what it boils down to is that the game really was my running backs outscoring Dom's running backs and his receivers. For as high powered as the receiving core was, I was able to manage to outscore 6 players with only 3.
Pretty impressive. So how about those transactional weeks? Let's get into that.
Right into the transactions. I'm going to go, my transaction for the week is not a single transaction, but it's Nick making those transactions to begin with. So Nick is basically out of the playoff race already.
He is. Good old
He got a shitload of hateful comments, and like everyone was basically teamed up against Nick, and because of that, I thought he kind of would have put the league to the side, but he was still on last night for the waiver wire madness and was still picking up players, showing interest in it. He's still involved in the league. He's motivated to do things, so I feel like this was a step in the right direction for him.
I agree. I completely agree, and I'm sure we all do.
Yeah, I'd say so. For my transaction of the week, I would have to go with Leaper picking up Jonas Gray. This past week, rushed for over 200 yards, 201 yards, and 4 touchdowns, and then dropping Hillman, who's injured.
Good old Marauda.
Yeah, I think Gray's going to do well this next week coming in. New England, I mean, usually they don't show any favorites to their running backs, but this week I think Jonas Gray's going to have a big part in their offense.
I feel like that was basically they're forced to do that because Ridley was usually their go-to guy hurt and out for the season, and now Jonas Gray is basically the only high-powered back that they have for goal line situations.
Yes, talking about the Patriots, James has done something pretty interesting here that has become a little fad in our league. Dom has a few of the Bronco players. I have a lot of the Packer players. And James now has Tom Brady, Gronkowski, and the running back, Gray, starting for him now.
So that's 3 players from a mediocre offense. In previous games, but they've made a turnaround for the best in the midseason, and they're hitting playoff form right now. So that offense is going to be clicking pretty soon.
You know what? I would have to disagree with David on everything he said. Because-
No, that's not a shocker.
Oh, well, this is
Because my pickup of the week is myself picking up Alfred Blue, because not only did he score me 15 points by picking him up after free agency, but it was also a great defensive move by me because David wasn't able to pick him up because Foster was injured, making sure that I got the win over him twice this year.
Do you feel good about yourself?
I feel great.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, that's good
He's
old
there, little guy.
defense. Hey, whoa. You feel a little heat here, right?
That is a one-on-one defense right there. This you can control that if you
Yeah.
wanted to. This is the kind of defense that you want to play. You have total control of the players that you can and can't pick up.
And this is obviously evidence here that I was not lying to you guys. These guys want to fight. They want each other bad. They want to fight. So, anyways, this just in, I have Mr. Mosqueso here. He's going to talk about the playoff push in his Mosqueso dish of the week.
Watch my beer.
Mr. Mosqueso, how's it going there?
It's going great, Robert. Thank you. It's Mosqueso here to talk about the playoff push. It's coming a pretty tight race, to be honest with you. We got Roger leading the motherfucking Dirtbags finally getting extinguished from the playoff race from the playoffs from a loss from the Chili Cheese Dogs. It was a tough week for him. So we might see him in the Shit Bowl. We got 3 teams pushing for a spot in the Baby Nut division. We got Sebastian sitting at 9-2. We got the Chili Cheese Dogs sitting at 8-3. And we got the McGiblets sitting at 7-4. It's going to be a tight race. Tune in to see what happens. Dom the only way he's going to make it is if Sebastian and Roberto both lose out and he wins at least 2 to 3 games. 2, probably 2, he probably can do it. 3, probably more safe. But if he does that, then if he loses any more games, then Robert and Sebastian will clinch. They'll be clenching their butt cheeks like they just ate 10 King Taco tacos. King Taco. That's some good tacos. And we have our first team clinch a playoff spot. It's yours truly, the Mas Quesos King Tacos. Just a reminder, if Mas Queso wins the championship, everybody gets their tacos. We're one step closer to getting your tacos. King Taco. Fighting for the last playoff spot in the Infant Nut division. We got a pretty mediocre race going on. A bunch of subpar teams fighting for that last spot. We got, I don't even know what we got in there. Guess we'll see what happens. We got a 3-8 team, a 4-7 team, and like a 5-6 team all fighting for that. So it's going to be pretty good, exciting stuff. Definitely want to tune into that. Some garbage time. And for the Shit Bowl, we got a preview right now, and things are spicing up. It's spicing up like spicy King Taco sauce. It's might be a leg replay championship game of the 2013 series between the Dirty Do and the San Diego Pounders. They're going to be playing for a beautiful 2XL camouflaged number 15 Tebow jersey that they could wear whenever they like. Go hunting in it, pick up girls in it, do whatever you like. I mean, it's a babe magnet though, I assume. But, you know, there we go. I just want to thank y'all for tuning in and watching. It's been a great time with you. Yeah!
Fucker right on the pussy.
All right. Thank you for that, Mr. Mas Queso. So we're going to jump right into our Pick'em Challenge of the Weeks.
Shut up!
First off, I want to say that came to no surprise, as everyone knows, David loves handling balls.
That is a fact. That is a league-known fact.
Alright.
And starting
You
off
like
with
taking
that,
them to the chin.
it's a funny thing coming from a little kid.
Alright.
So starting off with game of the week, Shreddy Balls versus the motherfucking Dirtbags. In this game, you can come out right from the beginning and say it. I picked Roger to beat the crap out of David's team.
Alright, for the Pick'em Challenge, I'm also probably going to go with the motherfucking dirtbags. Like I said previously in different segments, I am secretly rooting for Roger to win some games here. And I'm sticking with it because now he has Phillip Rivers and Jamal Charles clicking.
Wow. And I'm going actually for David. He's due for a win. Give him a break.
I go for myself as well. I mean, I do need a break. For the next game, we have James and Alec. For this one, I have James going over Alec because I need to catch up in that division. Not only that, because Alec, you suck. So, go
More
ahead.
cheese. More cheese.
Mas Queso because of that deadly double handcuff that he has in Brady and Gronk and Breeze and Graham.
I hate to say it, but I'm also going to go with Moscato too, only because I need him to beat Alec this week, so that way I could beat Alec next week and secure my playoff spot.
So
Very
you
good
think-
strategy.
So you think.
Going to the next game is the 40-ounce Pounders versus San Diego Pounders. I'm going to pick Seabass in this game only because historically everyone has had a really bad game at going against him no matter what. Willie's been doing terrible this year. I mean, I know I'm not one to talk, but I'm getting a few wins in there. And the only way Willie's going to win this is if Tony Romo and Des Bryant show up Sunday night. If they don't show up, he's done. Game's over.
I'm gonna stick to the traditions and customs, like Mesa said, and I'm hoping Willie will have a bad game against me because I'm picking myself to win.
Good strategy.
I'm gonna go with the 40-ounce pounders as well, but just so y'all know, not everybody had a bad game against him this year.
For this one, I'm gonna have to go with Seabest as well. I mean, the numbers don't lie. Everyone going against Seabest for some reason has a really crappy week. And Willie, I'm sorry, but you haven't really performed at all this year. For the next game, I have Your Mother Should Have Swallowed You against the Dirty Do. I would like to go for the Dirty Do, but for some reason, whenever you're projected a high number of points, you seem to just crap out a loss. Unfortunately, I had to go with Your Mother Should Have Swallowed You.
I'm going with Your Mother Should Have Swallowed You too.
Me as well.
I also think your mom should have swallowed you. And not only because I think I want to beat Nick again this year, but also I believe the rest of the league is voting for me to win over Nick.
Gay.
And David. But okay, this takes us into the game of the week for week 12. This game is gonna be Mr. McGiblets or Dom's team at Robert Wynn's Chili Cheese Dogs, and this game, it has so much implication in it beyond the playoffs. This is becoming an in-division rivalry, and Dom and Robert, like they're building their teams, and they do this year in and year out. Unfortunately for Robert, it doesn't always reflect, but on the other page we have Dom where it does show. And this is basically going to be. I gave a lot of credit to Leaper for his double handcuff, but this game is going to show you the best handcuffs there are between quarterback and receiver. And Robert Wynn's Aaron Rodgers and Jordy Nelson versus Dom's Peyton Manning and Demaryius Thomas.
Yes, I agree definitely on that. Some interesting facts about this match is that this week, Chili Cheese Dogs will be starting not one, not two, but 5 Packers. Their defense, Matt Crosby the kicker, Jordy Nelson, Eddie Lacy, and Aaron Rodgers. Last match we did have was probably a record-breaking match, something Sebastian talked about in previous letters.
And to be frank, for Robert to have 5 Packers, if he had added a 6th, and that 6th being Randall Cobb, he still would have a solid team. His team would be even better if he added another Packer to it.
And we are playing against the Vikings this week, so go Pack,
Unfortunately.
go. Hopefully no Peterson will go. Chili Cheese Dogs are at home for this match, and they are 4-0. And Mr. McGiblets is 3-2 on the road. That is why I'm going to go with Mr. McGiblets for this one.
Alright, for the game of the week, right now I have Aaron Rodgers. Last meeting, he scored 48 points. Manning scored 39 points for Dom. Aaron Rodgers against Minnesota for the last game, he scored 22 points. And Minnesota has been giving up a 17.5 average against quarterbacks. And then Miami has been giving up a 14.2 average, but for some reason I think Manning's going to have a tough time against the Miami defense. For this game, I'm going to have to go with Robert.
All right. Well, I would like to go with Dom this week because last time they met up, Dom was winning the whole game up until that Green Bay game. Aaron Rodgers had a huge night, which I was here. Robert was worrying about the whole time, begging for a touchdown every single drive, and he got it.
Yeah.
I mean, that led to him winning. I don't know if that's going to happen again, but because all the injuries on Dom's team, I don't think he's going to put up a fight.
A chit?
He's going to put up a shit.
All right. Well, with that being said, anybody else have anything to say?
Oh,
That's
Alright.
fired.
It's mediocrity right there. You always have to go with whatever someone else does, man.
Doesn't matter
That's the
because this
final
mediocrity was able to beat you twice this year.
Oh.
It's alright, man. You're still below me, though. Just remember that.
It's funny. It's
Remember
a good thing I brought my Peterson jersey because I'm about to be a little kid.
No, guys.
Oh,
no.